punishes consumers. The tax code was written for owners. The tax code was written specifically for investors. Why? Because the government needs people to invest in these things. So the tax code is written for investors. So if you're an investor or an owner, the tax code works for you. The tax code rewards this path, right? Again, the consumer gets punished. That's why most people don't understand this. So everything I'm going to show you right now after this is going to be for the investor owner path, okay? Let me show you the mechanic that makes all 4 of these plays I'm about to show you work. Okay, now in order to get paid back by the government for investing, it's not what most people think, the consumers think. It's not about tax write-offs, okay? It's about depreciation and tax credits. Most people don't understand what those are. Tax depreciation and tax credits, right? They're not about write-offs. You see, the thing with write-offs is that if my business spends money, if my business has expenses, then of course I deduct those expenses from my income so I don't pay tax on that income. That's obvious, right? But the problem is I still have to spend the money, right? I had to spend $1 and then sure, I don't have to pay tax on the dollar I spent. That's fine. It's like a coupon, right? But the government doesn't pay me for that. A lot of times, we'll go out with friends and they're like, oh yeah, just put on the business, you can deduct it. Yeah, but I still had to spend the money. What we're talking about here is getting paid to invest. What we want is maybe I spend $1, but I get back $3. Maybe I get back $5. I want $10. I want money back without even having to spend my money. That's what I want. So how do we do that? It's not about write-offs. It's about tax depreciation and it's about tax credits. It's a completely different game, but that's how the tax code is working for investors and owners. All right, so let's break down how tax depreciation works. So basically it works like this. If I invest into an asset that the government wants, right? So they want me to build technology, they want me to build oil infrastructure, they want to build homes. If I invest into those things, then the government will allow me to depreciate those assets. They know that there's a lifetime of those assets and that over a period of time, they're gonna have to be maintained, fixed, repaired, or replaced. And so they'll allow me to depreciate those and I can remove that from my taxable income, right? So things like capital equipment for my business, real estate, homes, rentals, things, energy infrastructure. And when I invest in those things, then the IRS lets me depreciate that. Now, specifically in the United States, we have something also called bonus depreciation, which basically means we can take all the depreciation of the asset for the lifetime, and we can take it all in year 1. There's a little bit more advanced strategy. I'm going to talk about using accelerated depreciation and one more tool that unlocks this. I'll get back to that in a second. Now, for my international viewers, you also have this available to you. Now, maybe you don't have the bonus depreciation, but you also get incentivized. As a matter of fact, this last fall, I went and did a keynote at the Bitcoin Asia conference in Hong Kong. My first time over there was amazing.